Good afternoon, class. Please all stand for a prayer. Okay, class. Once again, good afternoon. Before we proceed to our discussion, kindly put some pieces of paper under your chair. So, may I check your attendance first? Is there anyone absent in your section? Okay. Very good. You have a complete attendance in your section. So, class, before we proceed to our discussion, let's have a recap first. Okay, may I have Mr. Rivera? Okay, Mr. Rivera, please recap our discussion yesterday. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Rivera. Our discussion yesterday was all about the three important groups of computer networks, which is the LAN, the MAN, and the WAN. The LAN stands for Local Area Network. It is privately owned networks. The MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Networks. It has own broadband infrastructure. And the third is the WAN, which stands for Wide Area Networks. It is spanning any distance, such as in the country, continental, and even in the global. So, before I'll start, I want your class to take a look at these pictures first. Okay, so now, does there anyone have an idea what are those pictures are? Or those pictures are related in what? Okay, Ms. Gonzalez. Okay, very good, Ms. Gonzalez. Those pictures are called network topologies. And network topologies class are needed in designing a network. So, network topologies is our topic for this afternoon. So class, have you heard the word network topologies before? Amen. So before I'll discuss about network topologies, I want you to read our learning outcomes for this lesson. So at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to explain the different types of network topology, differentiate each physical topology used in networks when comparing advantages and disadvantages of each, draw with a level and define each type of topology based on your own understanding. So class, network topologies means it is specific, physical, real, or logical virtual arrangement of the elements of a network. So from the word topologies class, it is the arranging of computers in a network. So class, remember that the two networks have the same topology if the connection configuration is the same. Although the networks may differ in physical interconnections, distances between nodes, transmission rates, and or signal types. And topology class has different types. And these are the star, the bus, the tree, ring, and the mesh. And these topologies are different on its arrangement. So let us first define what is a star topology. So star topology consists of central node, to which all other nodes or computer workstations or any other peripheral are connected. And this central node provides a common connection for all nodes through a hub. So class, this picture shows what is a star topology. And in a star topology, data on a star network passes through a hub, switch, or concentrator before continuing to its destination. The hub, switch, or concentrator manages and controls all functions of the network. So class, the next is a bus topology. Bus is a network topology in which nodes are connected in daisy chain. chain by a linear sequence of buses consists of a main run cable with a terminator at each end. So class, as you can see in the picture in the level, it has the two terminator. And also in the bus class, all nodes, file server, workstation, and peripherals are connected to the linear cable. So let's proceed. Next is the tree topology. The tree topology combines characteristics of linear bus and star topologies, and it consists of groups of star configurations workstations connected to a linear bus backbone cable. So this picture class shows what is this tree topology. In a tree topology class, topologies allows for the expansion of an existing network and enable schools to configure a network to meet their needs. So the next class is the ring topology. Ring topology is a network configuration where device connections create a circular data path. Each node connects to exactly two other nodes, forming a single continuous pathway for signals through each node. So this is a ring topology class. And in ring topology, data travel from node to node, with each node along the way handling every packet. The next class is the mesh topology. In a mesh topology is a network set up where each computer and network device is interconnected with one another. So there are at least two nodes with two or more paths between them. So class, this is the mesh topology. In the mesh topology, those topology set up allows for most transmissions to be distributed even if one of the connections goes down. And it is topology that is commonly used for wireless networks. So class, those are all the different types of network topologies. And we have also these main types of physical topologies, which are the linear bus, the star, and the tree topology, which is also called the expanded star. And these topologies are differ on its advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages and the disadvantages of linear bus is, please read class. Okay. Advantages. Easy to connect a computer or peripheral to a linear bus, and it is required less cable length than a star topology. So why does it require less cable length? Because as we discussed earlier class, the linear bus consists of a main run cable. So it means that it has only one main run cable in the linear bus. And the disadvantages of linear bus. Entire networks shuts down if there is a break in the main cable. And the terminator are required at both ends of the backbone cable. And it is difficult to identify the problem if the entire network shuts down. Because the reason is it has only one main run cable. So if the main run cable has the problem, so the entire networks will be affected. And the linear bus class is not meant to be used as standalone in a large building. So it means the linear bus is only used in a single building, not in a large building. So the next is the advantages and the disadvantages of the star topology. Advantages. It is easy to install and wire. No disruptions to the network when connecting or removing devices. And it is easy to detect faults and to remove parts, unlike the linear bus. And the disadvantages. It requires more cable length than a linear topology. And if the hub, switch, or concentrator fails, nodes attached are disabled. And it is more way expensive than linear bus topologies because the cost of the hub and etc. And here are also the advantages and the disadvantages of the tree topology. Advantages: point-to-point wiring for individual segments, supported by several hardware and software vendors. The disadvantages: overall length of each segment is limited by the type of cabling used, and if the backbone line breaks, the entire segment goes down, and more difficult to configure and wire than other topologies. So that's all, class, our discussion for today. So before we proceed to our quiz, let's have a review first. By naming these pictures rather, and explain it by your own. So I will just call on member from each group to answer each picture. Okay, from group 1, Ms. Gonzalez. From group 2, Ms. Rosales. From group 3, Mr. Lilis. And from group 4, Mr. Salate. And from group 5, Mr. Rivera. So the assigned member will stand in the front and explain the picture. Okay, from group 1. Okay, everyone get the correct answer and explain it very well. Thank you. So let's proceed to our quiz. Read first the instructions. I will give you 5 minutes to answer and review your work. Okay, class, time. All papers must pass to the front. So class, we don't have enough time, so I will just give you an assignment. Please copy your assignment. That's all, class, for today. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.